The Nigerian Securities and Exchange Commission says it has granted operational approvals to several crypto operators, signaling acceptance of digital currencies in the country. SEC announced the approval in principle for 2 digital asset exchanges under its Accelerated Regulatory Incubation Program, or ARIP. This development further attests to the significant advancements of the digital assets industry in Nigeria. The regulatory acceptance marks a pivotal shift towards a more structured and secure environment for digital currency transactions. Now, the introduction of the Accelerated Regulatory Incubation Program and the Regulatory Incubation Program RI has provided a framework for evaluating and testing digital asset business models and technology in the Nigerian space. Looking ahead, the industry is expected to continue evolving with a focus on enhancing regulatory compliance, investor protection, and market integrity. Joining us right now to dissect the advancement and future direction of the digital asset industry in Nigeria is Buchi Okoro, co-founder and chief executive officer of KIDAX. It's good to have you with us, Buchi.
Thank you so much, Nii. Thank you for having me.
All right. So, what are the major misconceptions about cryptocurrency and, of course, blockchain technology? Yes, we've seen some form of, should we say, acceptance from the authorities in this regard. But what are your thoughts?
Major misconceptions. I think I'll touch on 2, right? So the first one is crime. That one of the key uses of cryptocurrency, more specifically now, is to facilitate crime. And there are 2 parts to that, right? So in the beginning of any technology, you'll have a world where criminals want to try out the new technology because any marginal advantage they can get is significant for them in carrying out their crime, right? So that happened, but it didn't just happen with crypto. It also happened with cars. One of the first use cases for cars was as getaway vehicles, right? But by and large, you find that in the crypto world, there is a lot more good transactions than bad transactions, right? A significant amount. That criminal content in crypto is not more than 10%, right? So that's one part. The second misconception is that there's a lot of secrecy around blockchain technology. Yeah. If anything, blockchain moves to the side of transparency more than any currency has done and will ever do, right? Simply because if I send you Bitcoin or USDT, right, I can track that you have gotten the money. Not just that, I can also see every transaction that has happened on your wallet, right? But not just me that can track. Omobolanle can track as well. Anybody that has your wallet address or the transaction has. So the level of transparency is actually significantly higher, right? So yes, but as people start to learn a lot more about the technology, then they see that crypto is a lot more than crime or secrecy.
Apparently, it comes easy to you because you know you are into it, but a lot of people will tell you that, man, this takes a whole lot to understand, and that's why you have to go for the training. I know before you become a crypto, before you start trading on crypto, you have to go for the training and all of that. But you'd recall that in 2021, that was in February, the central bank placed some form of regulation saying that banks should not grant access when it comes to trading, crypto traders. But over time, we've seen that even despite that regulation, there was a surge in the amount of people who now subscribed, who became, traders in cryptocurrency. What would you attribute that to? Especially looking at the fact that Nigeria is even on top of the list when it comes to crypto traders around the world.
There's a saying, nothing can stop an idea whose time has come, right? So crypto didn't start today, right? It goes back to 2008. But then there's a lot more knowledge about it, and a lot more people are trying to learn and understand and take advantage, right? But beyond that, it actually simplifies financial transactions for a lot of people. So one of the reasons Nigeria is one of the top countries is because you have a lot of young people in Nigeria, right? Which means young people, they're not held back by previous beliefs. They're not held back by their past knowledge, right? So they're willing to learn, they're willing to try new things. It's young people that are on TikTok, it's young people that are on Instagram, right? So you have the older generation now getting to this social media, but like when you present something as an investment asset class, right? My dad is very skeptical. He has lived, he has lived, he has lived all his life. He's invested in stocks, he's invested in real estate, right? Now you're telling him to come and put something in some magic internet money, right? But because we have a lot of young people, you have a lot of people who are trying to learn about it, who are willing and a lot more able to take risks. Right, and so you have Nigeria up there.
All right, I understand the skepticism from a generational shift
Yes.
point of view, as it were.